Hi, Wild Woman. I'm so glad that you're here. I'm here with the beautiful
Sarah Sahota.
And I'm Elizabeth McLeod, author and illustrator of the Wild Woman Mystery Cars, and we're here to help you live a wild and free life. Today, we have a special question. I put a question out to the tribe that said, what is it you're dealing with? What are you struggling with? What do you want? And this question came back that totally had us having a big conversation about it, so we wanted to bring it to you. We're going to call you Wild Woman. We're going to call you MM to keep your anonymity. And you know, if you put MM upside down, it's WW Wild Woman. Just got that right now. So you are a wild woman, that's for sure. Here's your question. No question. I just need some clearing sent my way. I am tired and I see no reprieve in my near future. There are so many things I have on my list of me things, but cannot clear enough out of the way to get to the list. I need breathing room and to get my creativity flowing again. I need sound, deep sleep, and a good belly laugh.
Yeah.
And a babysitter.
Oh, amen.
Amen.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to talk about this, so stay tuned. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe. Hit the bell notification so you don't miss anything, and share with your friends. This is a big topic, so we really want to share all sorts of ways that we can do this.
Yeah, it really opens Pandora's box here. Liz and I were having a great conversation before we started rolling the camera about MM's no question. And really, this is something, all of these things are something that a lot of women are dealing with.
And especially mothers, you know? I mean, it's like, you know, we were talking about it, and Sarah's like, you know, when your child wakes up in the middle of the night, you're up.
Yeah.
And so, you know, where do you find the time for you? So this is a really deep question, and that expectation of society saying that you need to be superwoman, and if you're not, then you're not a good mother. You know, put yourself aside. There's this collective consciousness that says, that's a good mother. Put yourself over here and take care of this. We need to like really take a look at what that means for us, because that creates all of this without you in it. And that's the thing, and that doesn't teach your child
we can
either.
become invisible. We can become invisible, and people will want to say, oh, but martyr, but I think it's more common to become invisible, to put our own needs aside for the needs of the people around us, our work, our partners, our children, our friends. And
I just got goosebumps when you were saying that, and here's the goosebump moment that I had. I mean, it's like, in a way, it's like, why are you having goosebumps? Well, the goosebump moment is, you know, I remember the moment where I sort of realized that I had to put myself in the equation, because if I didn't, then everything else didn't get taken care of. But it's a really hard concept for women to grasp, especially if you have children. I mean, mothers, it's the hardest job in the world. So if, you know, because you never, like, you have a little 4-year-old, even if you're not a mother, you know what that's like. And when the little 4-year-old says, you know, everybody takes care of that because you have to, right? What else are you going to do?
Yeah, I mean, what does me time look like, you know? And how do we get our creativity flowing? And I think that oftentimes we think it should look a different way. And one of the things that's been really valuable for me is realizing that my me time includes time when I'm in the bath, or time when I'm talking to my girlfriends on the phone, or that silent 20 minutes on my drive between school and the next place that I'm going. It includes having great friendships, you know, they cause that belly laugh. It includes, you know, asking for a deep sleep, asking for someone to take your child overnight.
Which is really hard to do as women, because we think we should all do it ourselves. But that is a fantasy, and that's the thing I feel like you need to get over.
Well,
we need to get over.
That's not completely 100% generated within women these days. It is also given to us by society, because we have, as I was saying to Liz, moms and people around moms can be really judgy McJudgersons. And so, you know, I've come under a lot of judgment for how I parent. And when my son was very little, I would let him go on sleepovers at my friends' houses, and I'm talking like very little. And, you know, we wear it as a badge of honor. I've never been away from my child for a night for 8 years. And I didn't wear that badge. I wore the crud for being the mom who was okay being away from my child. But I knew I needed that.
And I think what's really important here, too, is that it's your choice.
Yes.
And it's all a choice. And the goosebumps that I talk about is the moment where I understood that it's like in the airplane. They say you have to put on the oxygen mask on you first, then on your child, because if you don't, you could pass out before your child gets the oxygen. And that's actually the metaphor of what we're talking about. You're going to pass out, then your child doesn't get what they need anyways.
Yeah.
So you need to take care of that. And it's very hard to sort of break through all those unspokens.
Yeah, and one of the things that has helped me the most is finding other women around me that will support me and my child, hence the babysitter.
Yeah.
And also, I love things like going to the gym. My gym has childcare, you know, so my child is with me, but I still get time to myself, and I can go to yoga class or I can go for a run. I mean, I do it for my mental health because of this, no question.
Right. Well,
so
and also
compassion.
Having compassion for yourself. Notice she's holding her heart. And I think what we ended up talking about, like Sarah and I started this question, it's a multi-leveled question. Beautiful question. We're going to talk about all the topics inside of it. Yeah. So stay tuned. But not today, but in other episodes, because it was a multi-level question. And what we ended up talking about today was me time, which is, you know, a concept that all of us struggle with as women in particular, because we feel like we need to be superhuman. We feel like, and as a mother, you go into shame if you're not that, if you're not that person that naturally comes to it. We're going to talk actually about the mother wound, and I think this will be a very important topic as well to talk about. So hang in there. What we'll do as we go along is I'm going to create a guide, and we'll put a lot of ideas about how you can create me time so that you can have the support that you need. What really caught us there was at the very end of the sentence,
and a babysitter. It takes a village. Like today, for instance, I'm on the Sunshine Coast here with Liz for the weekend, and at 7 o'clock I need to be with my son, and I'm not going to be. And so, you know, I emailed, messaged, text about 10 people asking them to help me with my son tonight. 9 said no, and 1 said yes, and that's all it takes. And that we continue to be persistent in getting what it is that we need.
Yes, and being okay with that, being okay with asking.
And hearing
being
no.
okay with hearing no, because people have things, it's not a personal thing. It's just I can't, or I don't want to, or whatever it is. It's okay. Yeah. And that's like, I think, another big question for us too. So I'm so grateful for I'm so grateful for your question. So thank you very much. So go get your download, and we'll see you next time. Until then, Wild Woman, stay wild. And come join me in my private Facebook group. You can find the link below. We do readings every Friday and a lot more.